As the sun slowly sets beyond the horizon, the cities of the Islamic Golden Age begin to quiet. Warm evening air drifts through narrow streets, oil lamps glow softly, and fountains whisper gently in the courtyards. For ordinary people living during the Islamic Golden Age, daily life was shaped by knowledge, routine, family, and harmony. This was a time when cities flourished, learning was respected, and calm order guided everyday existence. There was no rush. Life moved with patience and intention. Morning in a city of learning. At dawn, the day began quietly. Homes were built from stone, brick, and wood, often centered around shaded courtyards with flowing water. Families rose early. Cleanliness was essential. People washed their hands and faces with fresh water, beginning the day with care and balance. Clothing was simple and modest. Loose garments made from cotton, wool, or linen protected from heat and allowed freedom of movement. Colors were calm and practical. Breakfast was light. Bread, dates, fruit, and warm drinks were common. Meals were eaten slowly, without excess. Family, respect, and daily order. Family life formed the foundation of society. Multiple generations often lived close together, sharing responsibilities and traditions. Respect for elders, teachers, and parents was deeply ingrained. Children learned through observation, listening, and repetition, rather than strict instruction. Daily routines brought comfort. Predictability was valued. A well-ordered day was believed to create a peaceful mind. Work, craft, and knowledge. As the morning progressed, work began. Merchants opened shops along shaded streets. Artisans worked carefully with metal, leather, wood, and fabric. Calligraphers practiced their art with patience and precision. Scholars gathered in libraries, schools, and study halls. Reading, writing, and discussion were central to daily life for many. Knowledge was not rushed. Learning was seen as a lifelong journey. Farmers outside the cities tended fields and gardens, guided by the seasons and irrigation systems that brought water where it was needed. Markets and community life. By midday, markets became active but orderly. Voices remained calm. Trade was conducted with courtesy and respect. Spices, textiles, books, and everyday goods moved from hand to hand. Conversation flowed gently. Water played an important role in daily life. Fountains, baths, and gardens provided refreshment and calm. The sound of flowing water was a constant and soothing presence. Health, balance, and care. Health during the Islamic Golden Age was closely connected to balance and moderation. People believed that the body and mind were deeply linked. Simple remedies made from herbs, oils, and plants were used gently. Doctors existed and were respected, but rest, cleanliness, and calm routines were considered just as important as treatment. Excess was discouraged. Balance was praised. Afternoon rest and reflection. As the afternoon heat increased, activity slowed. Shops closed briefly. People rested in shaded rooms or courtyards. Quiet reflection was part of daily life. Reading, writing, or silent thought filled these moments. Gardens were places of peace. Trees, flowers, and flowing water created spaces for calm observation. Stillness was welcomed. Gardens, water, and quiet beauty. Gardens were an important part of daily life during the Islamic Golden Age. Even modest homes often included small courtyards filled with plants, flowers, and shade. Water was more than a necessity. It was a symbol of balance and calm. Fountains, channels, and pools were carefully designed to bring coolness and peace to the home. The gentle sound of flowing water helped people relax and reflect. Spending time in gardens was not seen as idle behavior. Observing nature, listening to water, and enjoying shade were considered healthy for both the body and the mind. Books, learning, and evening calm. Books were treasured objects. Reading was not rushed.
People copied texts by hand, slowly and carefully, respecting the knowledge they contained. Libraries and private collections were places of silence and focus. Learning often continued into the evening, guided by oil lamps and quiet concentration. Knowledge was shared calmly through conversation rather than debate. Understanding was valued more than speed. These moments of learning blended naturally into the evening, preparing the mind for rest rather than excitement. Evening in the household. As the sun set, families gathered again. Evening meals were warm and comforting. Rice, bread, vegetables, soups, and fruit were shared quietly. Oil lamps cast soft light across walls. Shadows moved gently. Voices softened. Stories were told, not loudly, but with care. Stories of wisdom, travel, learning, and everyday life connected generations. Night and sleep. As night settled, cities grew quiet. Lamps dimmed, streets emptied. Families lay down to rest, guided by darkness and silence rather than time. The world slowed. Sleep came gently. A life of knowledge and harmony. For ordinary people living during the Islamic Golden Age, a good life was not measured by power or conquest, but by knowledge, balance, and community. Day after day, this calm rhythm supported one of the most influential periods of human history. And as the night deepened, the cities of the Islamic Golden Age rested peacefully, ready to awaken once more with the coming dawn.